this game here in Bender or receive a free limited edition collector series Claude the Eagle bobblehead courtesy of TeamAU partner Geico. Tonight's Keys to the Game presented by AUEagles.com, the official website of AU Athletics. Now a chance to bring Jeremy in. Jeremy?
Dan, I think obviously American got to play up to their potential. They've done pretty well against the better teams on the schedule, being up for those games, playing up to the competition. Other thing is, by Muscala going to get his points in this one, you got to be able to shut down the other guys, not then let them get off because you're paying too much attention to the big guy in the middle.
Again, the Keys to the Game presented by AUEagles.com. Be sure and check out AUEagles.com for previews and recaps for each basketball game. Wroblewski set to jump for the Eagles, coming out in the home whites. Muscala in the blue with Bucknell. Muscala at 6'11", Lumpkins are checked out Wroblewski at 6'10", and the Eagles control the tip. Munoz bringing it up the floor, dumping to Wroblewski. Wroblewski hands off Jolivet. Jolivet back over to Munoz right side, and out of the top, and Jolivet swings it left to Schoaf. He drives in, stops, puts the shot up, and gets the friendly bounce, and the Eagles jump out in front.
Starting to see John Schoaf add that to his game where he's taking it to the bucket strong and making points that way.
Cameron Ayers whips it over to Wilman. Now trying to get it down to Muscala, but it's picked off. Munoz back up the floor for the Eagles. Right wing comes in, stops, pops at the charity stripe, can't get the friendly roll, and the rebounds is there for Hill.
That's something Americans going to look for, is some mid-range jumpers. Muscala had a tendency to kind of give those up in his defensive pattern.
Johnson over to Muscala on the left side, puts up a long two, can't get it to go, and Jolivet collects the rebound for the Eagles.
Muscala kind of tied under that bucket, looking for block shot to leave some things go as the ball goes out of bounds.
And Jolivet had it go off his foot, so Bucknell gets possession here just a little over a minute into the game. AU up 2-0.
And that's, we've seen the categories. Muscala leads the league in points, rebounds, also block shots, but he's a guy that's kind of lurking off his man, not giving the best help as he's looking to block shots down low. So there are some things you can do offensively off of that. One of them, on that pull-up jumper, because of Bucknell's scheme, it's open. A lot of teams don't shoot it. American has a few guys that can, like Blake Jolivet.
Wilman, top of the key. He's going to hand it off toward Ayers. Now Johnson swings it over to Ayers. Looking to dump it down to Muscala. He's got it going up against Wroblewski. Now he'll get it back out to Ayers. Puts up a three. Right part of the rim. That's no good, but the rebound collected by Wilman. Back into the hands of Muscala. Drives right side. Puts the shot up. It's short, and Wroblewski collects it for the Eagles.
Good job by Tony moving his feet. Didn't pick up a cheap foul. That's one thing Muscala loves to do, is get guys in foul trouble with his skill set.
Jolivet over in front of the Bucknell bench to Wroblewski. Top of the key. He'll put it on the deck and hand off. Jolivet drives in. Loses a handle on it, and it ends up out.
Joe Wilman got a hand kind of slapped down on that one. Referees letting some things go early on. That may be a good thing for the Eagles.
19 seconds on the shot clock. Munoz looking to get it in for the Eagles. Bounce pass to Schoaf. He'll drive along the baseline, but again, it's out. And there's going to be a whistle. That's going to be on Ayers. First time he's been whistled in the game. The junior guard averaging 12 points. Munoz gets it in. Jolivet immediately pops and connects. Blake Jolivet a deuce, and the Eagles are up 4-0.
Nice move off the curl. Guys moving without the basketball. Gets that one open.
Bucknell entering play today. Tied with Lehigh atop the standings in the Patriot League. Kicking it out. Wilman puts up the shot. That's short, and Munoz grabs it for the Eagles. Back up the floor for the senior point guard. Feeds to Schoaf, and Schoaf will take the extra step. Whistled for the travel, and Bucknell gets possession with 17:37 to play in the first.
Jeff Jones liked that. He's looking for a different move there, and Schoaf kind of got caught in between, shuffled the feet before he made his move.
Hill slings it over to Johnson. Johnson working his way to Wilman. Muscala driving, has it knocked away, and Wroblewski comes away with it.
Another good play by Wroblewski. The coaching staff for American really complimentary before the game, saying how Wroblewski has done well against Muscala in the past. Thought he'd be able to hold his own tonight.
So far, so good for the Eagles against Muscala. NBA hopeful as Munoz circles around, looking to bounce it toward Lumpkins. He'll lose a handle on it. It's out, and Bucknell has possession.
Those things so far for the Eagles, had a couple of miscues and turnovers, a problem for them as of late. Really, Bucknell kind of cold shooting early on. If you're Jeff Jones, you'd love to see your team execute a little bit better, build a little bit of lead up for the inevitable Bucknell run.
Hill passes off to Muscala, quickly gets it to Johnson, top of the key, slings it to the left, and Ayers looking toward Muscala, looking to dump it down to Muscala, and a whistle. Muscala tonight has brought some NBA scouts to the game. The Brooklyn Nets, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, Washington Wizards, Houston Rockets are all in attendance tonight. Muscala takes the inbounds pass and gets it to Johnson. He'll drive and kick it over to Ayers. Open three-point attempt up, rattles around, and good.
A lot of English on that one, kind of took all parts of the rim.
Ayers breaks the drought for Bucknell, and they pulled it within one. Schoaf works it to Jolivet. He'll circle around left side. And now to Lumpkins at the top, right back over to Jolivet, left side. Johnson on Jolivet. Blake looking to dump it down toward Rablicki, but it's knocked away. And coming away with it is Johnson. Back up the floor for Hill. Johnson works it over to Ayers, right corner. That's where he hit the three last time down. Instead, Willman takes the shot this time and drains along two. Bucknell on top.
And Willman was really a non-factor in last year's game because just some of the defensive matchups, he couldn't be effective. Looking to have a better game today, having a great year so far.
5 unanswered points for Bucknell. 1 point lead, 15:35 to play here in the first. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Show bounces it over to Munoz. Danny slings it to Jolivet now, right back over to Munoz, right side. He'll put it on the floor as he rattles around, turns around, shoots, connects. Daniel Munoz, his first points of the evening, and the Eagles are back on top, 6-5.
Another mid-range jumper for American. They're executing part of the game plan to perfection.
Ayers thought about a three, instead gives way to Willman. Willman, turnaround Jay, up and good. Joe Willman now has 4. Lumpkins, the turnaround shot. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor, and we'll take it as well here with 14:39 left to play. In the first, it's a 7-6 Bucknell lead over American. Yeah, I totally, she was on my phone. She was messing with my phone by accident, so I totally was not paying attention there. What happened? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Muscala. He got hit in the face. I'm trying to figure out if they're working on his nose or his eyes. I think they're working on his nose. I'm not sure. 15.
Congratulations, Kate and Pat, and thank you, Domino.
Dan Lang, Jeremy Huber back with you at Bender Arena, where Bucknell has the 7-6 lead over American with 14:39 left to play here in the first. Eagles looking to bounce back after that loss at Army. Bucknell looking for another win. They're coming off a W on the road against Holy Cross. Bucknell has won 4 of 5 since conference play began, sitting with a 17-4 record as Mike Muscala is being tended to over on the sidelines.
Yeah, they called a walk-on lump, and there was some contact there at some point. We haven't been able to completely see because between the cheerleaders and the coaching staff kind of in the way. We think they were working on his nose, though Muscala has been kind of futzing around with his jaw a little bit. So I think Lump got an early blow-in on this one. We'll see. I'm assuming Muscala should be no worse for wear, but he's sitting completely away from the huddle right now as the doctor kind of works over on his own, getting some more things out.
Fans, American University would like to thank tonight's game sponsor, Ameritel Corporation, your hometown place for copiers. For all your Canon and Kyocera copier needs, call Ameritel at 301-251-0222 or visit online at ameritelcorporation.com. Again, 301-251-0222. The Eagles back in action right here at Bender Arena for a game against Lafayette on Saturday. That is a 2 p.m. tip time. The next Wednesday, the league has off because that's the midway point. Everybody's faced everybody once. And then back in action on Saturday the 2nd against Lafayette, or check that against Colgate with a 2 p.m. tip time. So a 3-game homestand for the Eagles. Hope you'll make your plans to come on out after tonight. The Lafayette and Colgate games, you can log on to aueagles.com or call 202-885-TIXX, 202-885-TIXX for all of your ticket needs.
And right now there's a conference with the 3 officials and both coaches. We can't exactly figure out what they're conferencing about. Dave Paulson seems to be talking a lot more than Jeff Jones in this one, but it has been an extra long time out here, that's for sure.
So Stephen Lumpkins has been assessed with a flagrant.
And as Dan's going to get the broadcast right now from the referee, but interesting that it was early, it was called a travel at first, but now they're going to go ahead and make the flagrant as Muscala is going to step to the line and shoot the free throws. Dan, what did the official tell you?
So the elbow to the nose from Lumpkins to Muscala, and they went to the monitor, saw blood. They had to clean that up. They did so, and now Muscala getting a chance to shoot the shots. Gets a chance to shoot a couple from the charity stripe, where he's an 80% free throw shooter and makes that one.
Something funny about that, where 3 referees, it was called a travel, then all of a sudden it goes to the monitor and becomes a flagrant foul.
Next shot up, and he connects. So Muscala able to make both ends there.
I'm assuming they got that off our Eagles Vision TV broadcast, as I don't think anyone's broadcasting this over the air tonight.
Jesse Reed checking onto the floor for AU.
And interestingly, Dan, now Muscala goes back off the court after shooting the foul shots, getting checked on again.
Dom Hoffman comes on in his place. Hoffman hands it off toward Johnson. Johnson slings it to Casper. Now Casper passes right back over to Johnson, has it knocked away. Picked the pocket by Joe Levette, looking to bounce it to Munoz. Munoz, hook shot up, can't get it to go. Tip back isn't there, off the fingertips, and it's collected by Hoffman.
Jeff Jones railing on the referees about a foul. Thought there was some contact there.
Frazier bringing it up the floor. Passes off to Willman. Willman to Casper. Casper now slings it to the left, and Johnson puts up a triple. Can't get it to go. Munoz jumps up and collects it for the Eagles.
And Bryson Johnson, really the main three-point threat here for Bucknell. Very good at it, but the only one who really shoots it a lot. Errors as well a little bit, but not as much as Johnson.
9-6 Bucknell leading American. 13:45 to play here in the first as Joe Levette puts the shot up. Can't get it to go. And Willman controls the boards for Bucknell.
I think one of the Bison guarding him got a piece of that one as he shot it.
Casper toward Willman. Turnaround shot up. That's no good. Lumpkins able to use his height and get the rebound.
Interesting to see how Bucknell attacks things here with Muscala off the court for a long stretch, what their main weapon of choice is going to be.
Munoz toward Schoaf. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Reed rolls it down to Lumpkins. Lumpkins, as he made his move toward the paint, there's going to be a whistle. And so that's going to be on Dom Hoffman, whistled for the first time in the game. Munoz looking to get it in, does so to Schoaf. Immediately puts up a three, and airballs it past the rim. Frazier back up the floor for Bucknell. Playing with a three-point lead. Casper passes back over toward Frazier. Frazier out along the three-point line. Bounce pass, Casper. Now the shot is up from Hoffman, rattles around, no good, and Joe Levette grabs it for the Eagles. Joe Levette going to draw a little contacts from Joe Willman. First foul.
And if you're Dave Paulson, you don't really want to see Willman commit that one, kind of on the screen, some incidental contact, and he'll get him out right now, and Bucknell going deep into the bench a little bit.
Brian Fitzpatrick onto the floor in place of Willman. Munoz gets it into Joe Levette, passes off Lumpkins, hands it right back to Joe Levette. Left elbow, shot up, connects. Like Joe Levette, his second bucket of the game, he's got 4, and the Eagles pulled within 1. Casper looking for a friendly, finding Fitzpatrick, handing it toward Frazier. Right back over to Casper. Now the big hook shot is up, and that's good from Fitzpatrick. He checks in, first time down the floor, and that's a deuce.
And you got to like that from Fitzpatrick, who gets in, gets quick, gets a good position on Lump, and able to get a nice little hook shot there.
Bucknell, 3-point lead here with just under 12 to play in the first. Joe Levette passes off Schoaf. Now Reed left side. Joe Levette back out to Reed. Open three-point attempt up. Too strong off the back part of the rim. No good. And Fitzpatrick controls the boards for the Bison. Ayers over to the left side. The shot is up and good. A 2-point attempt. And Fitzpatrick connects. He's now got 4.
And you look at some of these Bucknell bigs. They seem to be able to shoot that ball pretty well from the mid-range game, just like Muscala, getting some offense from that part of the floor.
Munoz passes strongly toward Lumpkins. Lumpkins back to the basket, goes up strong, can't get it to go, but does draw the contact, the foul, and a chance to go to the strike. So a timeout with 11:10 left to play here in the first. We'll take it as well. 13-8 your score. Bucknell leading American aboard Patriot League All Access.
Eagles fans, it's time for the U.S. Marines Ladder Drill Challenge. Our 2 contestants are Andrew and Phil. They'll race down the court performing physical challenges. They'll begin with 10 sit-ups, followed by 10 jumping jacks at midcourt, and then 10 push-ups. They'll grab a ball and shoot a basket. The first to do all the challenges will be a winner and receive a great prize pack, courtesy of the Marines. Andrew and Phil, on your mark, get set, go! There they go. First, it's time for the sit-ups.
Now, how could they go and look at our classy monitor? Do they have a monitor over there?
I have no idea. But that's what they said. I mean,
yeah, that's what they said.
We're not doing this anymore. And now 10 push-ups. Andrew, on the floor first.
Checking Facebook. Checking Facebook. Anything interesting on Facebook?
Yep.
What?
What's that?
I said anything interesting on Facebook?
No.
There we go. Congratulations. And to find out if you have what it takes to be a Marine officer, log on to marineofficer.com or call 1-800-15. The few, the proud,
Back here at Bender Arena, 13-8, Bucknell leading American with 11:10 left to play here in the first. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Geico Insurance. Be sure to visit geico.com, where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance.
Well, Dan, it looks like Muscala back on the bench. He's got a bandage on his chin, so maybe got a split chin there, and that's why he was out there trying to stop the bleeding, maybe.
So Lumpkins, who was assessed with a flagrant on that play, puts the shot up, and it's good. The play we're speaking of is the play that put Muscala on the bench, and it does look like a huge bandage on his chin as the next shot is up, and it's good for Lumpkins. So Lump with his first points of the game. He'll check out as Tony Wroblicki checks in, and the Eagles trail by 3.
And you can also see on his jersey earlier, they have white numbers on the Bucknell jersey, the big red spot, obviously blood. Probably had to try to get that out of that or give him a backup jersey.
Willman works it over to Ayers. Ayers passes back out to Hill. Hill, right side, being shadowed by Reed. Curves around, puts it up and in. Ryan Hill with his first points.
A little breakdown on defense by American there. A few guys all jumped on Hill. Still couldn't keep him from getting to the bucket.
Munoz toward Wroblicki. Now down to Munoz along the baseline. Back out to Joe Lovett. 20 seconds on the shot clock for AU. Joe Lovett weaving his way through some traffic. Instead goes back out along the perimeter to Reed. And now Munoz right side. Back to Schoaf. And a whistle.
Eagles ball. Shot clock reset to 15 seconds.
Shot kickball, I believe. So they're going to reset the shot clock to 15, not do the all the way up like they used to.
So Munoz gets it into Wroblicki, passes off to Schoaf. Wroblicki in the paint, left shot up, that's no good. The rebound comes down for Hill. Working it quickly up the court to Johnson. And he'll take the extra step, whistle for the travel, and the Eagles will get possession down 5.
And you're kind of surprised. You'd think Johnson kind of has the green light on that one. If he's got the open transition 3, go ahead and shoot it because he's so good from the outside on the season. He's shooting at 42%, so you think Dave Paulson wouldn't be too upset with that shot.
Munoz comes in, circles around, the runner, he makes it. Munoz, his second bucket of the evening. He's now got 4, and the Eagles pulled it within 3. Ayers working it along the 3-point line, finding Johnson. Johnson slings it across the floor to Ayers. Ayers puts it up, dials long distance. Too strong, and Joe Lovett grabs it for the Eagles. Chance to tie for AU, trailing by 3. As Joe Lovett backs off. Blake leaving his way in, looking to find Reed. Reed now comes in on the paint, stops, puts it up, drains it. Jesse Reed, his first points of the game, and the Eagles pulled it within 1.
American doing a good job of spreading the floor there, letting some of the guys that have advantages in speed drive and trying to create something. Reed eventually did.
Ayers looking toward Johnson, left wing. Johnson battling with Munoz, driving the paint. Shot is up, that's no good. However, it's collected by Ayers, and his turnaround J connects.
That one missed so badly that American didn't know where to react to it, while Ayers could find the ball and got to the spot.
So Ayers now with 5, lead back up to 3 for Bucknell as Mike Muscala sits at the scorer's table, looking to check back in for the Bison. Joe Lovett puts the shot up, off the mark. Rebound comes down for the Bison. Fitzpatrick gets it. Lumpkins and Muscala talking at the scorer's table. As Johnson passes off toward Willman. Willman, turnaround baseline shot up, that's no good. And Wroblicki gets the rebound for AU.
You probably have to think a little bit of, hey, I'm sorry, man, for doing that to you. Muscala probably say, hey, it's not your fault. It just happens.
Munoz passes out to Reed, now over to Schoaf. Driving it down toward Wroblicki. Wroblicki battling toward the paint. Instead, he'll pass it out to Schoaf. And Schoaf, as he got going, he's going to draw some contacts. Timeout. We'll take it as well. 7:41 left to play here in the first. 3-point lead for Bucknell. The Bison over the Eagles, 17-14 on Patriot League All Access.
Is now joined by Ameritel's AU account representative, Bill Carey, and a lot of youngsters who will now be presented with a game ball signed by the 2013 Eagles basketball team. Thank you, Ameritel Corporation, for your continued generous sponsorship of the Eagles. Fans, let's hear it for Ameritel, Bill Carey, and all our little Eagles.
kind of give an opening statement. That way we can kind of dovetail off of that. We can get some stuff you think are important out of the way first. So, of course, right before he starts, the guy comes on that I do the stuff for. I'm having problems. Like, he basically goes to this long spiel about, hey, we probably should do this. And I was like, I don't think he heard me, but it's just like, shut up. I got it, okay? Jeremy will lead after this one. All right, 5 seconds.
Back here at Bender Arena, 17-14. Bucknell leads American, 7:41 left to play here in the first. Stephen Lumpkins back onto the floor for AU in place of Tony Rablicki. Munoz looking to get it in, does so to Schoaf. Schoaf driving down along the baseline, puts a shot up, can't get it to go, knocked away. And coming away with it is the Bison. Mike Muscala's checked back in for Bucknell. We'll see how he reacts to the injury, the cut on his chin. He gets the basket or the ball and makes the basket. Actually, he's going to be whistled for the offensive foul. So getting a little bit too aggressive there from Muscala, and the Eagles will get possession as Muscala's whistled for the first time.
Really good play by John Schoaf, just kind of sneaking in there on the switch there and getting underneath of Muscala and able to go ahead and draw that charge. Kind of a bang-bang play, but goes Americans' way.
Reed, Joe Levette. Schoaf driving in, passes out. The shot for three, rattles around, that's no good. Battle for it, and the Eagles have it with a fresh shot clock. Munoz drives left side, puts up the long two, off the rim, it's no good. And Muscala collects it for Bucknell. However, contact made with Steve Casper, who tumbles down, and he's going to have to immediately leave the game.
They're messing with his left knee, and he's got his head already buried in his hand. You hope it's not a torn ligament or anything. It could just be banging knees, because I've had that before, and it hurts really bad there for a good 2-3 minutes, and it kind of calms down. But again, Bucknell getting it worse for the wear so far in this one. A lot of physical play.
Ryan Hill checking back in for Dave Paulson's crew. Johnson, one-handed pass to Hill. Hill puts it on the deck, right wing down to Muscala. Muscala going to work versus Lumpkins. Instead passes out to Ayers, open shot up and good. Cameron Ayers now has 7 points. It's a 5-point lead for Bucknell.
At the time, Muscala just passed out of the double team, and Ayers, pretty good shooter, especially for his size.
Kyle Kager whips it over to Schoaf. Munoz at the top, Hill shadowing him. Danny with a bounce pass to Joe Levette. Now Kager. Hands off Schoaf. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kager feeds Joe Levette. 5 seconds on the shot clock as Joe Levette has it go off his foot, puts up the shot, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. So the Eagles unable to get anything to go there. Blake is going to take a seat on the bench. Jesse Reed back in for the Eagles, playing now with Reed, Schoaf, Lumpkins, Munoz, and Kager. 5-point lead for Bucknell. Hill. One-handed pass over to Johnson. Now down to Muscala. Muscala driving and feeding over to Hill. And as he goes up, he's going to draw contact and winches in pain. John Schoaf is going to be charged.
Right now, a bit of a danger zone for American, Dan, where played pretty well in this first half, at least defensively. And Bucknell kind of on the precipice of stretching this lead out.
Shot is up, and it's no good from Hill. He's a 59% free throw shooter. Entering tonight at 19 for 32 as Kager takes a seat, and Tony Rablicki rejoins the lineup on the floor.
Hill really the only not good foul shooter in the starting lineup for Bucknell.
Shot up, too strong, and it's collected by Reed. He'll turn around and hand it off to Munoz to bring it up the floor for AU. Munoz drives in, kicks it over to Reed. Reed hands off Schoaf. Thought about it instead. Drives in, right wing. Now passes off Munoz. Lumpkins takes it long. Shot up for Lump, and he makes it. Stephen Lumpkins makes the long bucket, and there's a whistle.
All right, so it's going to be the Lumpkins bucket will count, and then Brackney's foul on Rablicki will send Tony to the line in a 1-on-1 situation, I believe.
And Brackney whistled for the first time. So he's going to take a seat as Brian Fitzpatrick returns to the floor for Bucknell. The Zebras over explaining to Dave Paulson what's going on, and Paulson just rolling his eyes as the shot from Rablicki is up. That's no good, and Muscala towers in and gets the rebound. Frazier works it to Hill. Hill comes in, drives the paint, and the runner's good. So Ryan Hill's now got 4, and it's a 5-point lead still for Bucknell. Tyson up 21-16, just under 5 to play here in the first. Munoz drives the paint, puts up the J, makes it. And Danny Munoz now with 6.
And we're seeing those shots be open for the guards at the mid-range level, just like the American coaching staff thought would be there. They have been so far.
Ayers passes off Frazier, not out of Muscala. Muscala goes to put the shot up. Can't get it, but does draw the foul. And so Tony Wablicki is going to be whistled for the second time. So Muscala is at the line. So far tonight, Muscala has only come away with the 2 points. The shot is up, and it's good. Of course, he did spend a decent portion of this first half on the bench after Stephen Lumpkin's elbow made contact with Muscala's chin. Muscala had to take a seat. They had to clean up the floor and then bandage up Muscala's chin. Next shot. Too strong. Reed gets it for AU.
So Kyle Kager has to play some big minutes here for the rest of the half, as you think Wablicki probably going to sit out the rest of the way until the second half starts.
Munoz circling around, passes out Lumpkins, right back to Munoz. Danny gets it to Lump, hands it to Kager. 15 seconds shot clock, Joe Lovett has it, drives the paint, bounces it over Lumpkins. Out to Joe Lovett. 5 seconds on the shot clock as Joe Lovett whips it over to Reed, puts up the 3, swish! Jesse Reed, a triple, and the Eagles have pulled to within 1.
Great job by Joe Lovett. The dribble penetration working that time. Got Reed the open shot. Big thing is he hit it.
Gets some energy here in the building as Muscala takes the feed. His shot no good, however, he is there to dunk it back.
And Jeff Jones is furious right now. All that contact down low. Lumpkins seem to be outside the circle. There's plenty of contact. Something should have been called.
The lead back up to 3 for Bucknell as Joe Lovett comes in. His shot is too strong, and Muscala towers up to get it. So the Eagles are going to be whistled. Jesse Reed with the foul. Jeff Jones barking at one of the refs. 3:08 left to play here in the first. Time out of the floor. We'll take it as well. Bucknell leading American 24-21 on Patriot League.
Loudoun County was founded 1757 as Northern Virginia's ultimate golf experience. It's now time for the 1757 Golf Club Shootout. Our contestant tonight is Doug. Doug has 25 seconds to make a layup, free throw, and three-pointer in that order. If he hits a layup, he'll win a free bucket of range balls. The free throw is 1757 golf hat. And if he hits all 3 shots, he'll win 2 free rounds of golf with cart, all courtesy of 1757. All right, Doug, let's see what you've got. On your mark, get set, go. Doug makes the layup, no problem. He's just won a free bucket of range balls. 15 seconds, Doug. Come on, Doug, you can do it. Dig deep. There you go. Doug's hit the free throw. He's won a 1757 golf hat. 5 seconds, Doug. One more shot. Good if it goes. It went! Congratulations, Doug. You've won it all. A free bucket of range balls, a 1757 golf hat, and 2 free rounds of golf with cart, all courtesy of 1757. And see for yourself what the DC golf community is talking about. Visit 1757golfclub.com. .42 Cameron Ayers in for Bucknell.
With Lehigh at 4-1, the Eagles checking in at 2-3, looking to get back to the 500 mark in Patriot League play.
Of course, you said close games. Only 5 of the last 7 of these matchups have been decided by 6 points or less. So the Bison Eagles, they always play it close.
Bison, though, have had the Eagles' number of late as Muscala's shot is up. That's no good. And Kager collects it for AU.
Nice double defense there by Lumpkins and Kager. 2 big guys right in Muscala's face, making him work.
Munoz passes off Reed. Puts it on the deck. Down to Munoz. Now Kager drives in. He'll put up a shot. Can't get it to go. And the rebound comes down for Frazier. Ayers works his way past. The extra step is taken by Frazier. So the Eagles, the benefactors of that, get a chance to get the ball back, trailing by 3 with just under 2.5 to play in the first.
And Jeff Jones still impromptu coaching with Kyle Kager. Don't think he liked that shot on the offensive end. Maybe looking for a little more of a dish off and maybe reset, get the ball back.
Munoz passes off Lumpkins. Lumpkins driving the paint versus Muscala. Lump, big left hook shot, good from Stephen Lumpkins. He's now got 6, and the Eagles pull back to within 1.
Funny thing is, both bigs make each other work, not getting the ball where they like it down low, more up top and have to work to get into the post.
Ayers passes off toward Frazier. Frazier works it to Fitzpatrick. His shot is up. It's no good. And Lumpkins grabs it for the Eagles. So now a chance for AU to take a lead with a minute and a half to play in the first. Munoz stops, pops, drains it. Danny Munoz, another J, and he makes it. He's got 8. And the Eagles are on top again, 25-24. And that prompts Dave Paulson to take a timeout for Bucknell.
And I tell you what, Dan, the game plan working like perfection, knowing Muscala, the guys, the switches may not be there. Those mid-range jumper is a weapon that hardly anyone uses. American uses them almost to perfection tonight to take this 1-point lead.
Fans, American University basketball on Patriot League All Access is brought to you by our Team AU corporate partners, Ameritel Corporation, your hometown place for copiers, and by Geico Insurance. Be sure to visit geico.com, where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Eagles after tonight, back at home on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock versus Lafayette. Fran O'Hanlon brings the Leopards into town. Then next Wednesday is an off day. On Saturday, February 9th, the Eagles home again against Colgate at 2 p.m. tip time from Bender Arena. Log on to AUEagles.com or call 202-885-TIXX, 202-885-TIXX. Grab your tickets today. Eagles playing with a 1-point lead. Muscala has it, going up against Lumpkins, driving the paint. Turnaround shot is up, and Muscala nets it. Muscala now with 7. Back on top for Bucknell. Joel Levette and Jeff Jones is going to call a timeout. Wants to talk things over with his crew.
I think a piece of Muscala's bandaging actually fell off. No one's got it yet. They don't really know what to do since it has blood all over it. He's getting re-bandaged up on the bench right now.
Fans, see every buzzer shot, hear every cheer. Now through March, watch nearly every Patriot League basketball regular season and tournament game through its exclusive all-access package for less than $8 a month. Patriot League All Access takes you from your seat to the sideline throughout the Patriot League campaign. For more info, visit the Patriot League website at www.patriotleague.com. Patriot League basketball, the game's on, no matter where you are.
You know, American with the taking their use it or lose it timeout here as they go to the half. We'll see with 26 seconds left on the clock. Eagles get a quick shot off here. They can get a 2 for 1. They don't have to rush it, obviously, with possessions being so precious here against Bucknell and their good defense.
Reed set to get it in for AU, doing so to Munoz. John Schoaf, Stephen Lumpkins, Blake Gillivette also on the floor for the Eagles. 20-second shot clock as Lumpkins has it, going up against Muscala. Lumpkins turning around, putting the shot up. It's no good, and the rebound collected by Fitzpatrick. Back and forth affair here in the first. Right now, Bucknell playing with a 1-point lead. Muscala puts up a long 2, swish.
That's one of the reasons the NBA teams are looking at him, 6'11", but that one just a step inside the three-point line.
9 points now for Muscala. Mentioned how there are 5 NBA scouts here tonight. Muscala's added about 20 pounds to his frame each of the last 2 seasons. So he continues to put bulk on that as Munoz comes in, has the shot knocked away. Lumpkins underneath. He's going to tumble down as he went up for the ball.
Kind of an amazing play there as Muscala blocked Munoz's shot, but only got a piece of it, went over top of him and lumped like a wide receiver on a Hail Mary, goes behind, grabs it, able to get the ball and then get the foul situation. Good hustle.
Lumpkin's shot is up, and it's good.
Interesting, Dan. Willman back in with 2 fouls. I think Dave Paulson thinking no way he can get the offensive foul, but trying to get the score here.
Lumpkin's able to connect on both ends. Eagles pulling to within 1, 28-27. Bucknell leading with 4.4 seconds to play here in the first.
And Willman, obviously, their long inbounds passer.
Willman looking to get it in, and he does so to Muscala. 2 seconds. Muscala launches, and it's off the backboard and no good. So here at the half, Bucknell has the 28-27
the season with the win over Army, want to stay as undefeated as they can as they face off with Army. Looks like the other power in the Patriot League play.
Always good to see them doing well. Right here, Bucknell has a 1-point lead over American as second half play starts. The game has seen the lead change 5 times. Eagles have the starters on the floor to open up. Munoz, Joe Levette, Schoaf, Lumpkins, and Roblicki. As Willman passes off to Ryan Hill. And Hill's going to take the extra step, turn it over, and the Eagles will get possession. Also Bucknell coming out with their starting 5. Hill, Johnson, Willman, Muscala, and Ayers. Right now working for Dave Paulson's crew.
And that's the thing with Bucknell is it's a very, very good starting five. The depth behind it a little questionable. Really guys that don't put out a lot of points. It's really those 4 stars and the other guy, Hill, with the other point scoring.
Lumpkins on the paint, going up against Muscala, slings it out to Joe Levette, drives in. Joe Levette, turnaround Jay, up, good. Blake Joe Levette drains it to start the scoring here in the second half, and the Eagles are back on top, 29-28. Wellman feeds off Ayers. He'll come in, put up a long 2, and make it.
Kind of back and forth with the scoring here at Bucknell. Didn't really shoot it well early in the game, kind of coming out and looking a little bit better in the second half.
Ayers now with 9 points, and the lead back to the Bison. Schoaf at the top. Ayers tight on him as Munoz takes the pass, left wing. Gets it to Lumpkins. Lumpkins driving along the baseline, looking to put it up, uses the glass, can't get it to go, gets his rebound. His putback is there. Stephen Lumpkins drains it. He's now got 10, and the Eagles are back up 1. Ayers on the right wing, dumps it down to Muscala. Muscala, 23 seconds on the shot clock, goes to work against Lumpkins, battling in the paint. His big hook shot is good. Muscala knows exactly where that basket is. A lot of times doesn't even use the backboard, and they're able to net it. Joe Levette circling around, right side, fadeaway Jays up. That's no good. And the rebound comes down from Muscala.
Kind of unfortunate that one left it short, and that was the place you don't want to leave it. Muscala coming out to block the shot. A rebound would have been had down low if it would have gone off the other way.
Willman picking it back out the hill. Now Johnson. And Johnson is going to draw the foul from John Schoaf.
Haven't heard a lot from him tonight. Bryson Johnson really didn't take a lot of outside shots and has scored no points.
Muscala immediately puts the shot up. It's no good. Tipped around, and Muscala goes back and collects it. Nice hustle job there from Muscala. Hill puts up a 3. It's no good. Munoz collects the rebound for AU. Munoz passes off to Joe Levette. Now back to Munoz. Works it over to Lumpkins. Puts up a long shot. Makes it. A long deuce connected for Lumpkins. He's got 4 here in the second half. Racking up 12 for the game, and the Eagles are back on top in a flip-flop affair.
That's his second long shot of the game. Maybe he'll take it as a challenge off his skills as well.
Willman. Bounce pass, right side. Johnson. Oh, check that, Ayers dancing around. Right back to Willman. Willman puts up the hook shot. Can't get it to go, and Lumpkins collects it for the Eagles. Munoz passes hard over to Schoaf. Thought about the 3, instead drives in, bounces down to Roblicki, lays it up and in. Nice job, Tony Roblicki, his first points of the game, and the Eagles now up 3.
And a good job by Munoz to press the pace there, try and get back before Bucknell could set up in their defense. Good things happen.
Johnson works it to Ayers along the right baseline. He'll bring it out a little bit. Now Muscala dumps it down to Hill. And as Hill went up, wasn't able to get it to go, but they'd draw the foul. So that's going to be on Danny Munoz. First time he's been whistled in the game. Hill at the stripe at 59% free throw shooter. His shot is up, and that's going to rattle around and no good. Hill, in the first half, missed a couple shots from the free throw line. Jesse Reed checks in place of Tony Roblicki. Hill's shot is up off the front part of the rim. Battled for it, and coming away with it is Schoaf.
Dan, he looks like the baseball pitcher who just can't find the strike zone when it comes to the free throws. He hasn't come close on any of his chances. He had 4 so far.
Joe Levette rolls in, kicks it out to Schoaf, or check that to Reed. Now working it over to Joe Levette. Blake comes in, right elbow, puts it up, makes it. Blake Joe Levette gives the Eagles a 5-point lead. Johnson bounces it down to Muscala. And as Muscala went up against Lumpkins, was unable to get the basket, but did draw the foul. Timeout will take it as well. 15:40 left to play in the game. Eagles up 5, 37-32 over Bucknell aboard Patriot League All Access.
It's his second, 13th foul official. Timeout. Fans Robex Fruit Smoothies and Healthy Eats of Tenleytown is proud to support AU Athletics. Stop by Robex for delicious and healthy smoothies made fresh to order. There's a flavor and energy boosting pick-me-up for every Eagles fan 7 days a week. It's now time for the Robex Tenleytown Smoothies Free and T-Shirt Toss Giveaway. Attached to selected T-shirts, the Spirit Squad will give away or coupons for a free smoothie of your choice. Who wants a Robex smoothie? Who wants a T-shirt? Let the Spirit Squad hear you. If you want a free Robex smoothie and a T-shirt. Stephen Casper in for Bucknell. Tony Roblicki in for
15:40 left to play in the game as Mike Muscala is at the line. The 3-time All-Patriot Leaguer. Player of the Year in the Patriot League as a sophomore. Coming into tonight, averaging 19.5 points a game as the shot is up, rattles around, no good. So far, he has 11 points. Of course, he sat out 7 minutes in the first half after making contact with Stephen Lumpkins, and his chin, it looked like, opened up. Had to leave the game for a while to get that attended to. Shot is up and off the back tart's no good.
Bucknell struggling at that free throw line. Usually so good at it. They've had trouble tonight. Be it guys who shoot it well, not shooting it well, or guys who can't shoot it, just not doing their usual.
Yeah, as a team, Bucknell is 74% free throw shooting team. Schoaf, left corner. Casper on him. Schoaf goes across the floor and back out to Jolivet. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Munoz dancing around. Now Jolivet with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Comes inside, puts up the shot, and drains it. Blake Jolivet, chalk up a deuce, and the Eagles are up 7.
Big time shot by Blake. Those shots at the buzzer always so deflating for the defense.
6 of Jolivet's 10 points coming here in the second half. Ayers passes out to Casper. Force it to Willman. Down toward Muscala, lost a handle on it, but collects. Ayers has it, goes up, able to make the basket and draw the foul.
That one kind of going to go ahead and call that foul. That's going to go on Jesse Reed, a bit of a freshman mistake. That Ayers had the easy way to the bucket and tried to go for the shot block, just kind of let it give up the 2 and don't give the 3-point play.
Ayers at the line to shoot 1.
Ayers an 84% free throw shooter.